We must find the part of the ship that has begun moving. The moving part of the ship where it's moving. There's like something beautiful and also like distressing about the storyline right now. Because like the captain is dead and from the past, so we're traveling into the past to help him resolve one of his greatest regrets and save his crew, which is really cool. But then like the time crystal turns off and they just all go back to being statues basically. Having a little trouble getting that to register that time. There we go. Like getting it to draw. Like that poor, but like the poor captain and crew, like, jeez. Good. There we go. It's the thing I said would happen. I had to push it again. I can't have it halfway on the button. That's unacceptable. There's another thing in there that's movable if I can get in there. Da 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 da. I think this is the window from earlier. Whee! Ah, shit. There we go. Got... Oh, I can't see it from down here. Oopsie. But I have to resolve this. I can go exploring forward also, obviously. But there's a thing right in front of me that it needs to be solved, because I can see it. Where does this go? Good, okay, yeah. This is where I'm trying to go. Ah! I tried to take the boat up, but they wouldn't let me. There we go. Yep, I should have... If I knew what was going to happen, I would have pre-lowered that. I figured that door would open from some time, but I thought I would access it from the outside, not the inside. Goodbye, moisture. Hello, cracked skin. Ah! Shit! I don't... Fuck, I forgot about that. Oh, shit. No. But like for real this time. Damn it. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Hey everybody. Die. Die. That does seem to be the one functionality that there we go. The slingshot has. over the bow is I think you can Z-target it. Maybe you can't actually. I don't remember Z-targeting in this game with ranged weapons. I definitely preferred being able to Z-target with ranged weapons in Ocarina and whatnot, because I mean I didn't have to do the awkward aiming. Because especially with Nintendo 64 controller being emulated by the Wii U, it like that, the stick aiming was really bad. I don't know for sure if it's the Nintendo 64 or the Wii U, but somewhere in the mid. Oh, I'm supposed to press A, not B. Somewhere along the lines, it got real hard to aim. But now they're like, oh, motion controls fix everything, right? So they're like, please use the motion controls to aim all the time. I'm like, but yeah, but I can just auto aim with Z targeting, right? No. Aww. Master, I am detecting strong vibrations again. The current situation is difficult to accurately assess, but I suggest hurrying to the area beneath the crew in the brig first. You said that already. Oh. Oh, there it is. Anyway, back to what I was doing. He just caught the ladder. What a fucking champ. It reminds me when you're running around as Link in Majora's Mask and everything seems normal. Then you like do a little hop from platform to platform and he does a fucking flip and I'm like, alright, that's unnecessary. You're just showing off now. Holy crap. This is weirdly reminiscent of that part. I think it's because of the color scheme of like blue and yellow and whatnot. It reminds me of that weird tunnel on the ship in Jet Force Gemini. The one that weirdly leads to like a mini game with like a unique currency and like weird shit's going on. It's like one of the Floyd missions is at the end of it, I think. It's on like the yellow ship, the one that where you unlock Vela, I think. Vela! That game was so nice to finally go back and actually beat as an adult. But also, the final steps of completionism were a fucking nightmare. And they always were going to be. Huh? Whoop. Oh. Oh, I made it. I kind of thought that he would just oh, there's an item down here. I'll just do this anyway. I thought he would just naturally swing across because he was already coming from the high point of his platform. But he just completely lost all speed. Oops. They really want you to do the swing with your hand. Wait. Wait. So the obvious way must be the mandatory way, so what's this other spot? So lose acceleration. There we go. There's like a wall that constricts my swinging, but we can make it. Oh my god, it's the 4 chest room from earlier. This room is hype! Oh. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not really a surprise at this point because of the way that I always complete it the other way anyway, but like every time they do that jingle. There we go. Every time we do the other jingle instead of that one, it feels like someone goes like, shave and a haircut. And then just stops. 2 bits. this is some real whiplash I'm getting from hearing the correct way and the wrong way over and over again. The jingle's not bad, but in the context of that build-up, it hurts me. It makes me feel off. I don't like it. I don't like it every single time it happens. I just want to hear the correct one. It's really strange to get to a room where you hear it just alternates between the two of them 5 times. Let's see. I can carry like 1800, can I? So like I'm fine. We're good. Oh yeah, there's like a left and a right side of these guys, so it probably was mandatory for me to do what I did, and do both sides. As much as it felt like I was kind of stopping in my tracks to do it that way. Yeah. Oh, I can't. Nope. Why did I do that? My exit's upstairs, not downstairs. Cat. 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 It's a little uncomfortable blue swinging back and forth in a room that small. Yep. This one goes down when that one's up, so I can do that. Okay. Is that a handle? Yep. Shortcut, I think. Does this go back to the beginning? Yes. Yes. Okay. So now we can skip all that. Because they only want you to have to do that once. It's always really rough when you play a dungeon in some game where you have to really have to like solve your way in order to traverse a particular room. And then like you find out you have to backtrack for any reason. You're like, fuck, time to replay that entire room like 4 times. Some Zelda games are guilty of that, but a lot of other games are really guilty of that. It's like, okay, I get it. I've done it before. Oh man. Oh man.
You're a human, right? Hmm? How did you get in here? Huh? So you came with Skipper to rescue us, huh? You've made us so happy, is it? Really? Hmm? You came on board to find Neru's flame, is it? If you want to reveal Neru's flame, you're going to have to regain control of the ship, Fui. The control room is next to the brig, but its huge door is sealed shut, and you'll need a key to open it. First, you should head to the captain's cabin. The control room key should be in there, Fui. Please take this key as thanks for rescuing us. This key will open the door to the captain's cabin. Wow! You can get to the captain's cabin through a door in the deck of the back.
I know where it is because it was the locked door from earlier.
I'm getting out of here. Sorry to leave you on your own, but you look like you can handle it. We're counting on you.
Was there more than one of you? I didn't get a good look at the room, but I thought I saw more than one. Did I imagine that? Oh, I think I heard him do the flying. Oh, no. Oh, we're in the combo room. Fuck you. Fuck you. Nah. I believe in you. No, it's gone. Well, could have done that one better. Oh yeah, we did see the remains of him in here earlier. So you can see the hints of them in the other timeline. There's no ceiling event. So I guess I just saved one dude. There we go. He doesn't want to line up sometimes. I should be super done around here. I don't think there's much else to do around here. I can probably forget about this entire part of the map now.
There we go. Hut.
It's funny because he's a non-speaking character, and yet Link's voice acting is so clearly Japanese. It's just too specific. There's all these really specific ways that he vocalizes, even though he doesn't speak. That is specific to Japanese voice acting. Like if he was voiced by like Troy Baker, he's not gonna go like "Hut," like "Hut," or whatever the fuck that specific sound is. It's funny to think about that even nonverbal characters can still, like, if they're just making sounds at all, there's still like an origin of country to the voice acting. Which I guess is like the difference between Mario and Zelda, or Mario and Link. Well, Mario and Zelda and Mario and Link. I don't think they do, right? I think Mario always has the same voice acting, doesn't he? They don't localize him from country to country? I could be wrong. I think Charles Martinet always plays Mario. Is that the right name? I think that's his name. I think the Japanese Mario is just the English voice actor. Obviously, they lean heavy on not really saying that many words with most of these characters. It's kind of their system. Can I just kill you from here? In one hit? Ha ha! Oh, he dropped a rupee, now I feel bad. So I got a save point, but I can't get through here. So I switch back time, so I guess we'll just go back outside. I've now unlocked it. Yeah, I've never heard Japanese Mario. Maybe I'll check it out, just to be sure. But I think there just isn't a Japanese Mario. Despite the games being Japanese. Huh? It's rarer than the other one, we swear. Anyway, here's your sixth one. I think I might have spent a skull at some point. I don't remember. I spent, honestly, like, with how much I spend getting resources in this game, I spent relatively little time actually getting upgrades. I don't know, I really don't like this kind of system. I'm really reminded of it by the fact that I'm parallel playing Hellpoint and Mortal Shell, which are two different Souls-likes, which have their own relationship with Zelda in certain ways. And Mortal Shell it's like Zelda, like you just get immediate rewards that have clear understanding of what they're for, and money, obviously. Instead of rupees, you have your stand-in for souls, as those games do. But like, you just straight up pick up items that are a new ability for your weapon. So like, there's a delayed gratification in that you don't immediately know what it does. You have to go to the upgrade station, then plop it down, and it's like, aha, this gives you a new spike ability. So it's not the same thing as just straight up picking up a claw shot and be like, I have a claw shot now. But it's still like very direct. And then you get quenching acid, and when you get quenching acid, you're like, oh, that upgrades my weapon by 1 rank, and each weapon can be upgraded 5 times, and that's how much damage the weapon does. So like, I'm like, oh my god. It's like getting a heart piece, except once again, you do have to go turn it in at a station before it works, but it's still like, Oh, a heart piece, basically. And in these games, you get in these games when you get a heart piece or a new bottle, you're like, oh my god, very direct, understandable upgrade that is immediately apparent and of why it's good. Whereas by comparison, getting like, wow, a skull or like a bug, you're like, I mean, I guess I should pick it up. It's probably useful. Eventually, for reasons. Okay, I should not have been charging up because I can't see shit in that view. Okay. Where's the crystal? There you are. Yeah, I'm in danger. Quickly. Gah! No, draw, damn it. There we go. Ah. Ah. Oh, I killed him. I got into a bad feedback loop where I was trying to draw with the wrong hand. I was trying to draw by pushing the hand with the Wiimote forward instead of pulling the hand with the nunchuck back. And I think I was reflexively in a defensive posture where I was like, I can't really gesture with my hands the way I can in VR. I was reflexively in a defensive posture where I had my hands close to my chest during that little fight because I was like pulling away from him and strafing. So I had my hands close to me, like reflexively, which meant that I couldn't do that. I couldn't draw backwards with my nunchuck hand because it was already against my body. It was already as far back as it goes. So I was trying to draw the bow by pushing the Wiimote forward because reflexively I'm like, see, I'm bringing my nunchuck and my Wiimote further apart, like drawing like you would with a bow, which might work with a bow, but I don't think the Wiimote and nunchuck know how close to each other they are, so you can't do that. I don't like they each separately have motion controls, but I don't think that they're aware of each other and how close they are to each other in any meaningful way, really. So it just doesn't work that way. So I have to make sure that my hand is forward. With my right hand has to be pointing all the way forward. Then I draw back with my left hand. If I make the mistake of not pointing forward when I first draw my bow, then I won't be able to draw the arrow, and I just need to give up and hold A like this. Wow, that really takes a while, doesn't it? That's fine. But yeah, the contrast is really felt because I'm playing Mortal Shell and Hellpoint in parallel with each other, and Hellpoint does the Skyward Sword system, where it's like, I don't know, I'm picking up like 500 abstract resources all the time, and maybe I'll eventually craft something, but honestly, like, I craft relatively infrequently in this game. So, like, I'll spend the whole game picking up stuff because I feel like I should, but I'll spend very little of the game actually feeling like I'm making progress because picking up random resources just kind of feels like white noise. You're like, it's like a chore. You got the Squid Carving. It's a squid-shaped statue studded with intriguing suction cups. That's distressing. Master, I conjecture that this is the key to the control room mentioned by the crew. My memory indicates the location of the door to the control room is marked with the X symbol. I suggest you quickly make your way to the control room. Have I ever seen the boss door yet? Did I just get it? Did I just get the door before I got the key? The key before I got the door again? That thing's closed. But yeah, collecting resources for an upgrade can be rewarding if you're really, really, really aware of exactly what you need. But the moment you have this, like, good luck. I mean, somebody has the memory for all of this, but a lot of us are just gonna grab a bunch of shit and then, like, check the store, be like, do we have enough yet? And then if you really want an upgrade and you finally have discovered all the resources involved, you might go on a farming expedition for that exact resource. But most of you, you're just gonna be like, I don't know, I got 36 reliants because I saw them and I picked them up when I saw them, and maybe I'll die with them. And like the number of times I've actually gone to a shop and got an upgrade in this game that I could afford was relatively rare. In fact, I got a really big burst of them all at once recently. So like I feel like this system is designed to like take the number of rewarding moments you have and dilute them and spread them throughout the entire playthrough more evenly. But that kind of defeats the purpose of rewarding moments, because the whole idea is that games have pacing. Like you go through a dungeon and the dungeon has beats. You're like, I got the map, I got the compass, I got the big key. And it's like there's like a pacing to that, and in between is a bunch of you running around and solving puzzles. Get out of here. Whereas picking up like carpenter ants and monster horns for hours and hours and hours, being like, I don't know, maybe it pays off eventually. It doesn't just dilute the rewarding experience, it kind of removes it, because eventually it just becomes a white noise of like a busy work thing you do throughout the playthrough, because it feels like it'd be stupid to ignore those obvious rewards that are lying around everywhere. But the rewarding feeling kind of goes away. And so then you're just like, I don't know. I'm doing it. But like, I get like an emotional high when I get a heart piece. Or a bottle, or when I get quenching acid in a... Oop, here we go. When I get quenching acid in Mortal Shell. And that's one of the things I like a lot about Dark Souls 2, is that Dark Souls 2, the much maligned Dark Souls 2, that game has an Estus flask that has two different forms of upgrades. One upgrade makes the Estus flask stronger, and one makes you get more of them. And so those upgrades are specific items that you recognize that are scattered throughout the game and reward you for exploring. It's like it's like they made the Zelda that has the most heart pieces ever. Alright, I need a little help from the map actually. So it's here. So that's attached to here. There's a bird statue. Are you saying it's just here? Have I seen this door before but forgot? Maybe from the first part of the dungeon when I was getting the bow? Like, a heart piece is just such an innately, clearly rewarding thing to get that you're very happy to see. And so Dark Souls 2 filling the game with two different versions of that was like, yeah, all right. Because there's more of them, but their value is not diminished, because having an extra Estus flask for the rest of the game is very valuable, and having your Estus flasks be stronger for the rest of the game is very valuable. So it's just two different cool heart pieces that you're very happy to see. And in a way, Dark Souls benefits from, while it does have upgrading materials, and they somewhat dilute this by having Titanite, or, they have Dragon Bone something, and then there's like the shiny twinkling Titanite or something like that. Like there's like a couple of other ones that annoyingly dilute this, but the majority of the upgrade items are just Titanite shards, Titanite chunks, Titanite slabs, and so on, which is a single linear hierarchy of one clear upgrade system. So you feel reasonably rewarded when you pick those up, because you're like, I know exactly what this is and what it's for. Eventually you hit a point where your weapons are too upgraded, so whenever you pick up a Titanite shard, you're like, wow, that's useless to me. I've left those far behind. But you at least don't have to be like, mental arithmetic, do I care about this item? Or, And like, it's not so diluted and removed as a step that you don't feel good anymore. I don't know, I'm going on about this a long time, but I think about it a lot this playthrough. This playthrough has made me think about upgrade resources more than I have in a long time in some cases. And I think that's interesting to discuss. Like the way that, like, Zelda has gotten it down to such an art. The idea of the big rewarding moment. And you can tell when they're supposed to be rewarding, because you open up a chest and a jingle plays and everything. And One thing about finding a room with 5 chests like that is because it's kind of like, okay, this is a bit much. You are kind of like watering down the moment a little bit. But it's not just because there's 5 chests in one room, which is a bit much. Although, you know, it can be a fun little splurge moment to be like, oh my god, 5 chests! I've been good this year! But also because the stuff in that... Like... You can have the big splurge moment, even if it's just full of a bunch of rupees, and just be like, haha, yay, I did it! Look at the big chest room full of chests! But if half the things are full of, like, I don't know, like, it's like a monster horn, it does something. That's kind of like, eh. Okay, so that's... I rescued him from that room, and this room has a bunch of combinations in it, which led to that chest. That was the... I think that was the bow? Or I got the bow from the boss. This gave me... I had to do this in order to get access to the boss, the mid-boss on that walked to the plank. Alright, so we're good. Alright. So next episode... I guess is a boss chamber. Considering how long I got lost on the deck trying to figure out what to do, and then also just spending a long time navigating back and forth on those sails and so on, and generally just kind of faffing around a lot for an episode, it's actually a surprisingly quick dungeon.